The NCCAA mission states, "We serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world." Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities?
Welcome to the broadcast and today's contest here at the Con, featuring Mars Hill Lions against the host school Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. On the mound for the Warriors is the right-handed pitcher, number 4, Tanner Glass. He's a junior from Bedford, Michigan, and he's going to face off against number 5, Daniel Valletto. Vitello stepping into the box will hit from the right side. 0 here, first inning. Lead off. There's a 1-2 pitch is in there for strike 3. And Glass and the Warriors have won out here in the top of the first.
Now batting is number 24, Devin Mangum.
Well, left-handed hitter Magnum is in there for the Lions. The first pitch is just outside for ball 1. Glass now takes the sign, steps and delivers. Looked like an off-speed floated high and outside for ball 2. Glass delivers the 2-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 3.
Who is it? I'll say their name. Micah?
3-0 pitch paints the outside corner for strike 1. Mangum is a junior, redshirt junior out of Asheville. And the count goes all the way to full. Let's see if Glass can take care of business here with a full count with 1 out. Striped into dead center field. That's in there for the first base hit for the Lions. So a 1-out single. Brings up number 19, Brett Brubaker.
Now batting is number 19, Brett Brubaker.
Another lefty. Brubaker steps into the box with 1 out and 1 on. Brubaker hitting 308. Swings through the first one for strike 1. Mangum down at first with a 2-step lead. Stretches it out to 3. Off speed's high and outside. Counts even now at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Glass sets, checks the runner. Steps and delivers. Swinging strike and the throw down to second, not in time. So Mangum with the stolen base. Brubaker behind in the count at 1-2. That pitch down in the dirt for ball 2. It evens the count at 2-2. Ewing did a nice job there of maintaining position as well as digging it out of the dirt for Glass. So again, we're full count here. And now the hitter is in charge with 1 out and 1 on second base. Glass checks the runner, Steps, delivers, and it's in the dirt. That's going to send Brubaker to first.
Now batting is number 12, Matt Honeycutt.
That brings up the right-handed hitting Honeycutt. Matt Honeycutt, a senior from China Grove, North Carolina. Enters the box with 2 on and 1 out. Swings through the first pitch for the strike 1.
Is that what that is? Yeah, that's what that is. What kind of dog? She's one that's going to be bald. Anatolia Shepherd Cross.
0-1 pitch from Glass. Outside as Glass loses his hat on the delivery. Maybe from the wind.
Is there anything you should know about baseball stats? No, not different. Do you just want to look at live stream?
Off speeds in there for strike 2. As Honeycutt swings through that off-speed pitch. Glass here trying to dig himself out of trouble. Early here in the contest, top of the first. 2 on, 1 out. Off-speed gets him inside swinging. So Glass sits him down for out number 2.
Now batting is number 8, Gray McCurry.
McCurry now steps into the box with 2 outs and 2 on. McCurry of .357 hitting percentage off of 7 games played. And he gets his 11th hit on the season and an RBI. And the Lions are on the board first. So a single by McCurry drives in the first run and also keeps the inning alive. So with 2 outs and 2 on and 1 run in, that brings up Harrison Kessler, the left-handed hitting junior out of Newport Richey, Florida. Steps in. Kessler tight on the plate. He's got runners on the corners. Good size lead at first. And Glass catches the outside of the plate for strike 1. Kessler back in the box. Glass now takes a sign, sets and delivers. Same spot for strike number 2. Oh, 2 count for Kessler as he looks at his wristband for, I'm going to assume, the number signal from the coach at third. Number of teams using the 3-number system to indicate what player, what situation they're in. It's the second, a roller, and toss over to first for the 3rd out, and the Warriors get out of it with just 1 run given up to the Lions. And we head to the bottom of the first with Mars Hill up 1-0. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network.
number 1, Ty King Richards.
Back at the con and Warrior baseball action, Max Poole, number 47, pitching for the Lions. Poole, a freshman out of Fort McMurray, Canada. Ty King Richards steps into the box for the Warriors and takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Poole now with the windup. Steps and delivers off speed for strike 2. Richards batting .308. Takes that pitch outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count. As Poole steps and delivers. And that's going to give Richards swinging for out number 1. So into the box now is number 2, Timo Shaw, the junior out of Chicago, Illinois. Steps in with 1 out. Swings through the first one for strike 1. Shaw fouls off the second pitch out of play. He's behind in the count now, 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the first for the Warriors. Shaw batting .400 after the first 6 games. Poole steps, delivers, off speed, and it's popped up. And the first baseman, number 19, Brett Brubaker, gathers it in for out number 2. So with 2 outs, Jared Jones, the freshman from Mount Airy, Georgia, steps into the box. Hitting .313, Jones turns on the first pitch and drives it in the right field for the Warriors' first hit of the afternoon. So with 2 outs, the Warriors now 1 on. That brings up number 4, your pitcher, Mr. Tanner Glass.
Number 4, Tanner Glass.
Glass hitting .500. He's got 1 on with 2 outs. Pitch is delivered by Poole. Check swing, and it's called a strike. Shaw with a 2-step lead. Throw over to first, and he's back in time. Poole delivers off speed. It's just off the outside of the plate. And the count evens at 1-1. Throw to first. And Shaw's back in time. So the count 1-1. 2 outs. Warriors have a runner on first, and they trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Poole finally steps, delivers off speed, and Glass fights it off, and it's out of play. So Poole, very deliberate here as he continues to stare down the runner at first. And Glass takes one in the shoulder. Not very often you see pitchers take one from the other pitcher. But Glass is going to be on first, and that's going to put 2 on for the Warriors with 2 outs.
Now batting is number 6, Quentin Bent.
As number 6, Quentin Bent steps into the box for the Warriors. Bent batting .214 in 28 at-bats here early in the season. And the Lions clean it up with a flip over to second for the 3rd out of the first inning. That's going to send us to the top of the second. Warriors trail 1-0. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network.
Fans returning official game baseballs will receive a select.
The NCCAA mission states, "We serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world." Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities?
You already got it. You have too much money right
Now batting is number 4, Cody Klein.
Heading to the top of the second, the Warriors trail 1-0 to the Lions. And the Lions now send number 4 into the box. Number 4, Cody Klein, takes the first pitch and promptly pops it straight up. That was a major league popper right there, and that Ty Richard is able to pull it in for out number 1 here in the top of the second.
And then baseball plays home Saturday at 12:30.
Glass now sets. And the first pitch to Fuller is just outside for ball 1.
So that's not coming Saturday, right? You're not coming Saturday?
Glass delivers the 1-0 pitch and beans him right in between the shoulder blades. Tyler Fuller from just down the street in Anderson, South Carolina, takes the jaunt down the first.
Now batting is number 34, Austin Treadway.
So 1 out now and 1 on as number 34, Austin Treadway, steps into the box. Glass delivers the first pitch low for ball 1. Glass checks the runner first. Delivers an off-speed outside that Ewing gathers in. This ball 2. Treadway batting 167. Only 6 at-bats on the season for Treadway. Delivered in there for strike number 1. Count now 2-1. One out, one on at first. Glass sets, delivers. Knocked over to short, to second, to first. Not in time. Probably a bit of a slow roller because the turn was decent and the throw to first was good. But the slowness of it getting to the shortstop was not going to be enough. So 2 outs, one on at first. That brings up number 5. The leadoff hitter, Vitello.
Basketball plays Wednesday. There we go. Yeah.
Wednesday, what time?
Girls at 5:30.
Glass inside for ball number 1.
That's right. So, yeah, so.
You can do some of this. I have to step out for an interview in a little bit.
Did you see on Facebook?
1-0 count. Glass checks the runner. Runner goes. Pitch is delivered low, and Ewing's not able to do anything with it. So he holds it, and the runner advances to second. So a 2-0 count to Vitello. 2 outs and a runner at second. Outfielders playing straight up. Richards maybe a hair to the left field side. Ball 3 low. And Glass is really going to have to work hard here against Vitello and the Lions here in the top of the second. Glass delivers the strike. So at 3-1 now, let's see what Vitello is going to be expecting from Glass. Glass may come back inside here against Vitello. And he does. Vitello turns on it right down the third base line. That's going to drive 1 in. Vitello's going to try to stretch it to 2, and he's going to be in there. So Daniel Vitello, the senior from Florida,
Number 24, Devin Mangum.
does his job, knocks in the second run for the Lions, as well as gets into scoring position. 2 outs. As number 24, Mangum, steps in. He tries to lay down a bunt, does. Glass is there, delivers it to first, and the Warriors are out of the inning. But the Lions able to tack on another, and they now lead 2-0 here as we head to the bottom of the second. You listen to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network. New pitcher for the Lions is Jesuits, which I did not say as well as our PA announcer.
Oh, thanks.
But you can look it up online, and you could try it.
Now batting is number 12, Julio Justo.
But the lefty comes in here with a 2-0 lead for the Lions. And he is going to face the right-handed hitter for the Warriors, who swings at the first, strike one.
Hey, at least that one's over there.
Julio Justo. Takes the second pitch way outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Count now 1-2 as Justo wants to get on base here and get something started for the Warriors. 1-2 pitch is knocked in the center and finds a spot out there, and the Warriors get their second hit of the afternoon. Into the box with no outs and one on is Devin Patrick. Patrick takes the first one for a strike. Patrick hitting .286 on the young season. Justo with a decent lead at first. Ball's in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. Justo looked like he might have been in between something there as he jumped towards second, but then back to first. So as the lefty is able to stare him straight down here with his lead, he's trying to figure out the step over to first, which he hasn't done to this point. Another ball delivered. It's now 2-1. So Patrick, with one on here, swings through it and evens the count at 2-2. Patrick, man, is well behind him. And Justo with a late jump is going to be thrown out at second, as the ball did get away from the catcher momentarily, but the late jump results in an out for Justo and the Warriors. So one out now, nobody on. Patrick swings through it for the second out of the inning.
Now batting is number 28, Connor Ewing.
So with two outs, nobody on. Your catcher, Connor Ewing, steps into the box. Swings through the first for strike one. Ewing, a .267 hitter. 15 at-bats and 4 hits on the season. Just outside. Count now evens at 1-1. Again, swings through it. 1-2 now with 2 outs. Slightly low over the plate, but low, and that's going to even the count at 2-2.
This is not going to be a friendly reminder this time.
Two balls, two strikes. Ewing steps back in the box. The lefty steps, delivers, and Ewing finds it just inside the line, down the left field line. Ewing turns first, dives into second for the Warriors' third hit of the afternoon.
Now batting is number 10, DJ Ludwig.
So with 2 outs and 1 on, DJ Ludwig steps into the box. The right-handed hitter swings at the first pitch, and that's just going to roll foul of third. First strike 1. Ludwig with 1 hit so far in the young season. Looks to see if he can add an RBI to his stats. That second pitch is inside, evens the count at 1-1. Ludwig, a freshman, out of Aiken, South Carolina. Readies for the 1-1 pitch. Swings through it for strike 2. And the pitch. Swings through it. It's bobbled and thrown down to first now to complete the out. And so we head to the top of the third as the Lions continue to lead 2-0. We'll head to the top of the third here. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network.
The NCCAA mission states, "We are committed to equipping student athletes and coaches to make a positive impact for Christ." Equipping student athletes and coaches involves the creation and distribution of tools and resources needed for a particular purpose. We promote outreach and ministry for the enhancement of athletic competition with a Christian perspective. One tool is Game Plan for Life, a character initiative to promote the biblical characteristics of love, integrity, faith, and excellence. Equipping student athletes with a game plan will remain with them throughout their entire lives.
People ask him where you been.
So top of the 7th, I welcome myself back to the broadcast as the Warriors are up 4-2 here. 1 on for the Lions as the 1-1 pitch is inside. Two and one now the count, no outs, 1 on for Mars Hill. Vitello, the Lions' leadoff hitter at the plate, takes the 2-1 and chops it into right field. Here comes the runner around third. He's being sent home, and the throw is going to go into the second base. So that's going to score 1 for the Lions here in the top of the 7th. And Vitello in with a stand-up double.
Now batting is number 24, Devin Mangum.
That's going to bring up Magnum, the left-handed hitter, with no outs, trailing by 1 here in the top of the 7th. Outside, and we're going to get a visit to the mound for the Warriors.
The live stream and go to play-by-play. You want to see what I did it last time?
Quick recap. After the first, the Lions led by 1. After the second, the Lions up 2. And then all the way to the 5th, where the Warriors put up a crooked number of 3 and led 3-2, and then 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. And here in the top of the 7th, the Lions have put up 1 and now trail by 1 at 4-3. So the Warriors are going to stay with their pitcher right now. And as I look out into left field and into the bullpen, there's activity out there. At least 1 is up. But right now the Warriors stay with Fisher, who checks the runner at second and delivers. Magnum had squared around but pulled it back there as that ball was just outside for ball 2. Fisher now sets, checks the runner, steps and delivers, and it's bunted foul for strike 1. So 2-1 with the count, no outs. Runner on second, 1 run already across for the Lions. Fisher, long look at second. He squares again, and again, not able to get the bunt down, so that's going to be 2-2. Probably takes the bunt out of play here for the Lions. Vitello checks his armband to see what the call is from his third base coach. Fisher takes his from Ewing. Fisher sets, checks the runner, steps, delivers, and it's fouled into the Mars Hill dugout. Count stays at 2-2. No outs. Fisher sets, checks the runner again. 2-2. Pitch comes. Swung on and missed. It's into the dirt, so throw down to first is successful. So that's the first out of the inning as Fisher and Ewing combined for the putout.
Now batting is number 19, Brett Brubaker.
That brings up Brubaker here with one out in the top of the seventh, trailing by one. He's got a runner, Vitello. He's on base at second. Seven hits on the afternoon for the Lions. Brubaker, last time up, grounded out to second. Pitch is just outside from Fisher for ball one. Fisher takes the sign from Ewing. Brubaker with the hands high. Waits for Fisher's pitch. Hits inside and in the dirt, and Ewing able to block it and keep it in front of him. 2-0's the count, one out, one on second. Brubaker readies himself in the box. Fisher checks the runner. He's set, he steps, he delivers, and the pitch is in there. And a stolen base then leads to the ball ending up into left field, and that's going to tie it up for the Lions at 4 apiece. As Connor accepted the pitch, it was off speed. And then as Connor went to step and deliver, the off-speed pitch actually pulled his glove back in and over top of the plate. And I'm not sure he was able to get his hand completely on that ball. And a tough play, too, for the third baseman to come up with it as all that action coming at him with the runner. That off-speed doesn't catch the corner, and it's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody on, 1 out. And we've got a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th. Fisher's wide, and he's going to walk Brubaker.
Now batting is number 12, Matt Honeycutt.
And that's going to bring up number 12, Honeycutt. Last time up with a strikeout. And he's going to step into the box, hitting from the right side with Brubaker on first and 1 down. Already 2 across for the Lions as Fisher delivers the off speed. And it's going to be low for ball 1. Fisher sets, delivers, across the outside of the plate with the heater. Evens it up at 1 apiece.
Oh, Grace. The ticket box is right there. Behind Caleb.
Honeycutt takes the pitch and the throw down to second, not in time. So stolen base for Brubaker. Gives the Lions another runner in scoring position in this inning. Already crossing 2 across the plate. Count now 2-1 for Honeycutt. Fisher. Fastball across the plate for strike 2. Honeycutt swung through that one. 2-2. 1 out. Brubaker on second.
Bianchini was another pitcher. Yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, all right, I think we're done now.
Brubaker on the move as the Lions are super aggressive right now on the base pass. But it's fouled away. That's going to send Brubaker back to second. Count stays at 2-2. Fisher in a battle here. 2-2's the count. Brubaker with a big lead there at second. Might walk back into movement. He doesn't. Stays. And it's a strikeout for Fisher to get the second out of the inning.
Now batting is number 8, Gray McCurry.
McCurry now steps in for the Lions with 2 outs and 1 on. 4-4 is the score here at Dr. C. Keith Connor Field. First pitch is a strike to McCurry. And Fisher looks to work quickly here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Big lead at second. But Fisher delivers off speed for strike 2. McCurry waits on the 0-2 pitch from Fisher. 2 outs, 1 runner on second. Brubaker with a big lead. He goes. Fisher delivers strike 3 and gets out of the inning, but not before Mars Hill scores 2, ties the game at 4. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th with the Warriors coming to bat. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network. So back to the action here at the Con. Mars Hill enters a new pitcher. It's number 44, Sam Kaplan.
Now batting for your Warriors is number 1, Ty King Richards.
Kaplan has only had 2 appearances so far for the Lions. And he enters here in the bottom of the 7th with a tie ball game at 4 apiece. And that puts in the box Richards for the Warriors, who walked his last time up. He takes that first one high and inside. Pitch 2. It's 2-0. Richards waits and is able just to foul that one off down the third base line. Out of play. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Warriors gave up 2 in the top of the 7th and now hoping to tack one of their own at least here in the bottom. Richards high in the air down the left field line. And a circling catch by the left fielder there for Mars Hill as he overran it and had to reach back, but completes the out. And that's going to be 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th for the Warriors.
Now batting is number 2, Timo Shaw.
So that brings up number 2, Timo Shaw. He takes the first pitch from Kaplan and drives it into the right field gap. Shaw turns first with a head of steam, and he's going to be in standing up with a double for the Warriors. Shaw took a high and outside and just knocked it into the gap between center and right and did a nice job of base running, getting himself into the second base area. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Jones takes the first pitch for strike 1. Jones, the left-handed hitter, has got 1 on with 1 out. Warriors with 9 hits tonight. Hoping to get number 10 here. That pitch off speed just hangs on the corner for strike 2. And Kaplan now in control of the count. 0-2 pitch comes from Kaplan. And it's bounced in between third and short. Gillespie sends him home. And Shaw is going to stand up and score. And the Warriors get 1 back here in the bottom of the 7th and now lead 5-4. Good piece of hitting there by Jared Jones, who takes the outside pitch and stays with it, bounces it through third and short for hit number 10 for the Warriors. Good job by the Mars Hill catcher to get it in front of that and keep it in the dirt, but in front of him, keeping the runner at first. Tanner Glass now, who is your starting pitcher for the Warriors, with a 1-0 count. Looked like an inside pitch, and Glass moved out of the way of it, but it called a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 now with 1 out, 1 on. Glass takes the pitch and bounces it to third. Going to be a tough play for the third baseman, and he's got him. Bang, bang play at first. But a nice glove and throw by McCurry, the third baseman for the Lions. So 2 outs. Warriors have 1 on. And they've already scored 1 here in the bottom of the 7th, lead 5-4. But they're looking for more as number 6, Benton, now steps into the box. Last time he singled up the middle. As Kaplan now checks the runner, delivers off speed, and it's outside for ball 1. Bent now takes the 1-0 pitch from Kaplan. He's got a lot of room right now between center and right if he's able to drive one. Off speed in the dirt for ball 2. Center fielder for the Lions is really shaded more towards left. Right fielder's playing straight up. So there's a bit of a shift in the infield as well with the second baseman tight to the bag. There's a throw to the bag, and a play was on by the Lions. But Jones able to get back underneath the tag. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Warriors lead 5-4, have scored 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Bent straight back into the screen.
Yeah, like every single thing on this side. Thank you. Hey, Paula, can we see your burger? Oh, you're funny. Sorry, Justin's rubbing off.
Bent now steps in for the 2-1 delivery from Kaplan. Kaplan checks the runner. Second baseman over, taps his glove. Delivery of the pitch is there. Matt looked low, but it's going to be called strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Lions second baseman's giving the signs to his pitcher. We'll see if they're going to throw it back to second again. Decent lead at second for Jones. Second baseman steps in. Kaplan delivers. Bent gets just enough of it. He's actually, the home plate umpire called it fair, but it ended up being foul when he picked it up and delivered it to first, and that's going to be the 3rd out. The Warriors, though, get 1 back in the bottom of the 7th and now lead 5-4. We'll head to the top of the 8th. Listen to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network. Welcome back to the con. New pitcher for the Warriors is number 7, Bryson Fowler.
Number 1, Harrison Kessler.
Kessler steps in for the Lions and takes the first pitch for a ball. One 0 pitch is in there for strike 1. He evens the count at 1 apiece. Fowler, this is his second appearance on the season. He delivers the 1-1 pitch. It's low for ball 2. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the 8th. Warriors lead 5-4. Off speed, just hung a little high. Evens the count at 2-2, even though I've seen the the umpire look like he might have gone 3-2 on the call below here. We'll check here and see if he gives an update. Fowler wheels and deals, and that's high. Now we're at 3-2. Well, that's we were guessing right in the box. That's ball 4.
This guy singled up the middle last time.
That's going to send Klein into the box with 1 on and no outs. One on, no outs. 5-4 lead for your Warriors. Top of the 8th. We're going 9 tonight in this single game. Throw to first. And he's called safe. Bent, nice job with getting the tag down quick. Fowler sets himself, checks the runner, steps, delivers, and it's bunted foul for strike 1. Klein now trying to advance the runner. We'll see if he is asked to square and bunt one here with 1 strike. Kessler at first. Fowler steps off the rubber, back on. Checks Kessler at first, who's got a 2-step lead. Throw over to first. Kessler's back in time. Fowler sets. The 0-1 pitch is high for ball 1. Warriors will be back in action right here at the Con Friday and Saturday, pending any rain that is coming into the area. Fowler throws the first, tags there again. Back in time. That time Bent with the tag on the shoulder. So the hands were back on the bag in time. Fowler checks the runner. Kessler at first. He's got a 2-step lead. Batter takes the 1-1 and fouls it off. Count now 1-2, and the runner will be sent back to first. Third base coach asking for clarification. So the discussion's over and the call stands. So the count is 1-2 with a runner back at first. No outs. Warriors lead 5-4, top of the 8th. Fowler delivers off speed. Ewing digs it out of the dirt. The count now at 2-2. Two and two. Kessler, small lead at first. And that one is strike 3. As the home plate umpire pulls the trigger. And that's 1 down for Fowler and the Warriors.
I think there is a batting. There's a new batter.
New batter.
Pinch hitter for 35. I think it looks like number 6. Jordan Lake.
What number is he?
6.
So a pinch hitter for the Lions. That's going to bring number 6, Jordan Lath, a freshman from Belmont, North Carolina.
6.
Jordan comes up with 1 out, with 1 on, and trailing by 1 here in the top of the 8th. Fowler checks the runner, sets, delivers, and the umpire calls him for going around. That's strike 1. The 0-1 from Fowler is fouled off. So Fowler now in control of the count at 0-2, 1 out, 1 on. Lath now trying to keep the Lions alive here in the top of the 8th. He's got 1 on. Throw to first, not in time. Lath with 2 hits on the season, batting 167, is sent back to the dugout by Fowler and the Warriors, and that's out number 2.
Now batting is number 34, Austin Treadway.
So that sends up Austin Treadway, right-handed hitter. He steps into the box with 2 outs and 1 on at first. Fowler steps off and resets. So Ewing's going to actually go out and have a conversation at the mound.
He's singled his last at bat. I don't know where.
Treadway, last time up, had a single. And Treadway is looking to extend the inning with another hit here, with the Lions trailing by 1 at 5-4. The Lions have 7 hits, producing 4 runs to this point. Off speed is outside for ball 1. Treadway hitting 167. Takes the signs from his third base coach. 2-step lead at first. Fowler checks the runner, sets, steps and delivers. That's going to be ball 2. Just seeing if it happened to tick him as it went by. It was just high and inside as he squared to bunt. 2-0 is the count now. Bryson Fowler needing to battle back here. He's got 2 outs with 1 on. Runner fakes. And that pitch is going to be called a strike inside corner.
Schneider, do y'all play next week?
Yeah, first. Yeah, they're one of the games. Remember, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
2 balls, 1 strike. Fowler sets and delivers. And it's right back up the middle past the diving second baseman, and that single is going to put 2 on with 2 outs for the Lions.
Now batting is number 5, Daniel Vitello.
So that brings up the leadoff hitter for the Lions, Vitillo, and he steps into the box with 2 outs but 2 on. Last time up, Vitello had a stand-up double. Ewing signs to Fowler. Fowler checks the runner at second, steps and delivers. Yeah, Ewing pulls that one out of the dirt for ball 1. Fowler again with the 1-0 pitch. Checking the runner. Delivers. That one's in there for strike 1. Starting to see a little activity in the bullpen for the Lions. Right-handing pitcher, number 33, starting to get warm. Fowler delivers the 1-1 pitch. Ewing can't find it. It's just behind him, and he's got it before the runner can advance. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Fowler and the Warriors. As Vitello steps back in the box with 1 on at second. Fowler delivers in the dirt again. Fowler one-hopped it to his catcher, and Ewing able to glove it. And the count now at 3-1. And that's going to be a walk for Vitello, and that's going to load the bases. We're also going to have a visit to the mound. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Magnum is up for the Lions. Last time was sent back to the dugout with a K. He takes the first pitch for a strike as Fowler and the Warriors Lead by 1, but the Lions have the bases loaded here in the top of the 8th. Warriors playing straight up in the infield and straight up in the outfield. That pitch is inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit here at the very least ties the game. Could push the Lions ahead. Fowler steps, delivers, and it's swung through for strike 2. Big swing there by the lefty. See if Fowler goes with the speed on the outside corner here to try to close this inning out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fowler delivers. He goes outside corner, strike 3, and gets himself out of a huge jam. And the Lions don't get any runs there after loading the bases. And we head to the bottom of the 8th with your Warriors leading 5-4. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network. So we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Warriors up 5-4. Justo steps into the box against a new pitcher, number 33. Julio swings through the first one for strike 1. It's Cameron Howell, the right-hander. A little wild there on the second pitch. That's going to be ball 1. Howell delivers. Heavy heat coming in there as Justo's able to knock it out of play. Stays alive here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's the count for Justo. And he does the same with that 1-2 pitch. Just able to get the barrel of the bat on it and knock it foul. And he's rung up there for strike 3. Howell comes in and gets the strikeout. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting is number 5, Devin Patrick.
So with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, Devin Patrick steps in. Howell delivers, and he's just going to rear back and throw heat. He throws the first one in there for a strike. Howell again, inside corner this time. And he just rears back and chucks it.
Wait, is the outfield supposed to be like a flag? So they had a
0-2 now for Howell. Patrick here. Swings at the third one, and that's going to send Patrick back to the dugout. 2 outs here. The bottom of the 8th.
Now batting is number 28, Connor Ewing.
So 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Warriors up 1 at 5-4. Your catcher, Connor Ewing, steps into the box against the hard-throwing Howell. Howell takes the sign, steps, and throws it wide for ball 1. Howell has the step, tilt, and release. And he brings the heat. And Ewing able to pop it up, the 1-0 pitch to the center fielder. And he's up and under it, and that's three up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 8th. So we head to the top of the 9th with the Warriors up one run, 5-4. The Lions need to get 1 to extend it into the bottom of the 9th. But for now, Warriors up 1. We'll head to the top of the 9th. We'll be back in a second. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network.
The NCCA mission states, "We are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement." The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
Brubaker. Pitcher, Josh Cole.
Top of the ninth here, Josh Coron in relief. Delivers a first pitch strike to Brubaker. And the Lions trail here in the top of the ninth by 1. Brubaker walked last time up. 0-1 pitch. He swings on and sends it foul out of play. So Core now in command of the count. Looking to close this one out for the Warriors. And their home opener. Core delivers the 0-2 pitch. It's low for ball 1. Getting the Warriors back in action here at the Con on Friday and Saturday for a 3-game set, I believe, versus UVA Wise. One-two pitch, grounded to second. Thrown to Bent, and it's behind him. And there's a collision between the first baseman and Brubacher, who Bent went to the ground to try to gather that one up. Brubacher tripped over Bent, and Brubacher's still down. It looks like Brubacher will remain at first on the error. So there'll be 1 on with no outs here. Warriors up 1 here in the top of the ninth. So the athletic trainer out to check on Brubaker. He's checking out, it looks like his knee, left knee, but now he's standing. Again, there's no outs here in the top of the ninth. Warriors up 5-4. There's been 10 hits on the evening now for the Warriors and 8 for the visiting Lions. And we're going to get a pinch runner, looks like, for the Lions. It's going to be number 31, pinch running. That's going to be Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds then steps in at first with no outs.
Now pinch running is number 31, Cameron Reynolds.
And number 12 steps into the box, Honeycutt. As Core takes a couple of warm-up pitches after the delay.
The runner has gone to outfield.
So it's Reynolds at first. Actually, they're gonna have moved him to second.
Oh, look, they tried.
Which I'm not sure. We've got home plate umpire checking with the field umpire. So they must have ruled that because of the collision, he would have made it to second. So at the top of the ninth, Reynolds at second, no outs. And Honeycutt at the plate. Core now checks the runner. Sets, delivers, and a little off speed that was in there for strike 1. Honeycutt struck out last time up here. He's down no balls, 1 strike with no outs here. Fastball is in there for strike 2. Honeycutt not happy with that. Has a few words for the home plate umpire. Core now checks the runner. He comes to the set position. Checks the runner again. Steps and delivers the 0-2 pitch, and he's rung up there as Honeycutt, and he heads back to the dugout. Core gets the first out in a strikeout fashion. That's going to bring number 8.
Now batting is number 8, Gray McCurry.
McCurry will step into the box. He still has Reynolds at second, who's pinch running.
Who struck out his last at bat too?
He's still there. And then this is number 8.
The pitch is low and in the dirt, squirts away from Ewing. It looked to bounce off a number of different things and just in front of the Warriors dugout. Sends the runner to third with 1 out here, and the Warriors are hanging on to a 1-run lead here in the top of the 9th. This is 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on third. So the Warriors are in on the corners, halfway in the middle. Ball 2. Outfield remains at normal depth. Two balls, no strikes. Core needs a strike here or something low to keep it on the ground. Off speed. Looked like it hit him.
Did it not? Oh, it must have hit his bat.
But it must have just come off of Ewing's glove and rolled just outside the circle here. So 3-0's the count. McCurry in command. His Core is going to walk him on 4 pitches. That likely keeps the corners in, but puts the middle infielders probably at double play depth.
Batting is number 1, Harrison Kessler.
Kessler now steps in, the left-hander. He's got 2 on with 1 out. His team down 1. And we're likely going to have a pinch runner at first.
18. Hunter Holland.
And that's going to bring Hunter Holland in, number 18, to pinch run at first.
Number 18, Hunter Holland.
Kessler up there, that's number 8.
Oh, is there a new bat? Oh.
So with 1 out, we've got runners on the corners. Warriors infield are on the corners they're in. Double play depth in the middle of the field, and that first pitch is a strike. Warriors lead 5-4 here, top of the 9th. Core sets, steps and delivers. Strike 2. I'm going to expect that he's going to go outside here, try to paint the corner. And actually, he threw the heat, and it came right back over the plate. Ewing was set up on the outside, and he came in a little too much, and the batter is able to knock that one into the fence. So he remains alive at 0-2 in the count. 1 out, runners on the corners.
That'd be cool if we could put now batting and now pitching in the box. Like last year.
Outside, and Ewing tried to frame it up, but it was too far outside, so that's ball 1. 1-2 now the count. Kessler. Looking for a hit to score one to tie this up in the top of the ninth. Core delivers. Almost a little look like a step out or throw outside intentionally to see if Ewing could catch the runner going to second. So the count now 2-2. 2-2. The Heat probably coming here. Does, and it's low. So 3 straight balls for Core and the Warriors, and the count is now at 3-2. 1 out. Runners on the corners. Struck him out. So Heat right down the middle is Core to Ewing for out number 2.
Now batting for the Lions is number 4, Cody Klein.
Klein steps in with 2 down, but 2 on.
He struck out his last at bat.
Klein last time up struck out. He needs a base hit here to tie the ball game up. Core delivers. A little high for ball 1. So the Warriors at normal depth in the infield. Bent holding the runner, trying to hold the runner closer at first. Small lead at third. 1-0 pitch now. From Core, it's off speed and hangs out too far inside for ball 2. Core sets, delivers the 2-0 pitch, and essentially the same thing. The off speed just hanging. Not much rotation or spin back in towards the plate. So it's 3-0. Of course, he's going to have to rear back and throw one here. Does, and it's too far inside. Not the worst thing in the world. With 2 down, now you've got any plate for the out. We're going to have a discussion at the mound between pitcher and catcher for the Warriors.
Was there a pinch runner?
No.
I was about to say, y'all don't throw me on now. Now batting is number 6, Jordan Lake.
So with bases loaded and 2 outs and the Lions needing a hit to extend this or a walk, Jordan Lath steps in. It's delivered and it's high and inside. That's 4 straight that are high and inside from Core. Core's going to have to just rear back and throw them. He's got 2 down here. And that one's over the plate, but low.
Men's tennis
2-0.
5-2, women lost 7-0.
Core takes a second, walks off the back of the mound. Bases are loaded for the Lions. They trail 5-4 here in the top of the ninth. Core and the Warriors looking to close this one out. That one's low, and it's 3-0. So the 3-0 pitch from Core. You would assume that the batter would be taking here. Core delivers. And that one's high, so 4 straight balls walks the tying run in here in the top of the ninth. So at the very least, we're going to head to the bottom of the ninth.
Now batting is number 34, Austin Treadway.
Austin Treadway steps in, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Single up the middle his last
Last time he singled up the middle. We'll see if Cora can settle down here and get this final out. Throws the first one over for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. So 0-2, 2 outs, bases loaded, score tied at 5, top of the ninth. Core steps and delivers. And it's caught by the leaping shortstop. And that there is number 2, Timo Shaw. And the Warriors get out with only 1 run against them here in the top of the ninth. However, it ties the game at 5. Warriors now head to the bottom of the ninth to see if they can tack one on and win it. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Warrior Baseball on the SWU Sports Network. So we head to the bottom of the ninth of the Warriors and the Lions tied at 5. The Lions tacked one on to extend the game into the bottom of the ninth. And now the Warriors here to try to win it. Currently with 10 hits. Ludwig steps into the box and gets beamed. First pitch. He tries to gather himself. Left shoulder blade. At the very least, knocked the wind out of him. If it was me, it would leave a huge bruise. So that's going to put 1 on for your Warriors. No outs here in the bottom of the ninth. DJ Ludwig able to gather himself and jog down to first unassisted. So that's going to bring up your center fielder.
Now batting is number 1, Ty King Richards.
Number 1, Ty King Richards. But before Richards can step in, we've got a meeting at the mound. Mars Hill brings in everyone except for the outfield.
Yeah. I'm really,
It's just the way the cookie crumbles, fellas.
not a fan of that.
No, look how close Francis Marion's pictures are. You pull up their website and it's like,
Give it a secret.
So after the meeting at the mound, we will reset this. Score is 5-5. Bottom of the ninth. After a hit batter, Ludwig is at first. So no outs. And Richard steps in. So Hal rears back and throws one in there, and it's going to be high for ball one. So you've got speed on the base pass. Richards in the box. Warriors need a run. Richards tries to lay one down. It's popped up into the Lion dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, 1 runner on first for the Warriors. Two-step lead at first. Howell checks the runner. Steps, delivers. Outside for ball 2.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. We've learned this from the last inning, that Howell will sometimes be outside, which would give an opportunity to advance to second. Count evens at 2-2 as Richards unable to get the ball down on the bunt attempt. Two-step lead at first. Howell steps and delivers and strikes Richards out for out number 1. That brings up number 2, Timo Shaw.
now batting is number 2, Timo Shaw.
Shaw, who ended the top of the ninth with a stabbing grab at the top of his jump, short. Swings through the first one for strike 1. Bouncing around over at first, and Howell steps off. 0-1 the count, 1 out, 1 on for the Warriors. Tied at 5. Howell delivers, and it's fouled off into the net, and Howell now in control at 0-2.
And I gotta nominate Peter.
He's already given you nominees. Don't they have another tournament?
No, girls only girls play Saturday.
Oh, okay.
He only sent me guy friends.
Gotcha.
When are those due? Not too late.
Ludwig,
It's honestly, it's
decent lead at first. He's got a little lean towards second right now. He goes. It's bounced down to third, but it's going to be outside of the bag and out of play.
they normally open them up on Thursdays. Okay. You could go ahead and do the NCCAA too. Okay.
0-2 is the count. Runner on first. See if Shaw can find a spot on the field here to place this one. Could be a prime spot on the right side with the way that Howell throws heat. Shaw stays alive, fouls it off into the netting. 0-2 pitch now readying from Howell. It's in the dirt. Runner unable to locate it, so stayed at first. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Shaw continues to battle here. We're tied at 5. Trying to advance the runner, put him in scoring position. Howell delivers. And that's a ball. Sure looked like he painted the outside corner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Shortstop up to the plate. Looks to deliver here in crunch time. Howell delivers. Shaw fouls it off. Ludwig was already at second. Good speed down to second, but he's going to have to head back to first. Count remains at 2-2. Ludwig with a decent lead. Bounces around. Howell delivers. It's in the dirt. And everybody stays. And now we're at a full count as Shaw just continues to battle his way out of the 0-2. Now into a 3-2 count. Howell steps and delivers. Runner goes. Ball's in the dirt. And Shaw does an excellent job of hitting. Battled his way all the way into a walk out of an 0-2 start in the count. That brings up number 27, Jared Jones, with 1 out and 2 on for the Warriors. Warriors needing just 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Howell delivers in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch fouled into the net. Howell now in control at 0-2. Let's see if the freshman here, Jones, can make something happen with this 0-2 pitch. It's inside, and he takes it for ball 1. You got Ludwig and Shaw on the base pass. Good speed. 1 out. Warriors needing just 1 here. Jones. Little dribbler, but it's called foul immediately. It must have hit him while he was in the box. So count stays at 1-2, and the runners go back to first and second. Signals from the shortstop to the pitcher. Be chancy to have a throw to second right now. Oh, boy. If he would have thrown it, he would have had him. Ludwig, though, able to get back. Everybody's safe. Count still at 1-2. Howell takes the sign from his catcher. He sets, checks the runner. Shortstop comes in from behind, and there's time called. Tenseness of the moment. Lions and Warriors tied at 5 apiece here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Jones with a dribbler. Jones on the run, and he's safe. Ball gets away from the pitcher, and the Warriors win. The Warriors defeat the Lions in the bottom of the ninth, 6-5, on a dribbler that just wasn't picked up and completed over at first. So the Warriors gave one up in the top of the ninth, but get it back in the bottom and win this one 6-5 off of 11 hits. So we'll be back in action here Friday, pending weather, as the Warriors host UVA Wise here Friday and Saturday. We'll see you then.